the Irish a few days ago.
Yeah, he was super in that game. Yeah, had 25, and he was a dominant force inside. Size is going to be a big, big factor in this game. Man, I would love to see him play. The little guy has been such a tremendous player out with an ankle injury.
Kerwin Walton extremely well recently for Carolina. He's moved into the starting lineup in recent games. And out of his starting lineup, Davis came off the bench last game. Caleb Love was the starter. They switched
into the other. He goes downtown like you cannot believe. Really quick with the hoop.
Yeah, North Carolina with the third-ranked Williams as Sharp turns it over.
Hey, you talk about, you just mentioned Brooks. Think about this. He was preseason player of the year voted in the AC.
Jumper by Black, a little bit short, and the rebound down to Timberlake. 6'5", physical, strong, tough guard. He's had an ankle injury. Even most of the guys playing for Miami have dealt with an injury of some sort. So
thinking about Wartenberg, and those guys are not here.
Yeah, Rodney Miller out for the year. Sam Wartenberg out for the year. Chris likes a badly sprained ankle, has not even got
it right there for a quick score on the inside by Brooks. I'm going to tell you, that is an area they're going to have to work to improve on as a team defensively if they want to be a contender. That when you think about how they went with two nationally rated teams, Virginia Tech and also with Clemson, and they
as strong of a conference as the Big Ten or the Big 12 do. I think everybody would agree that in one order or another, those are the top two leagues, and probably the ASTS. Carolina in transition again. Andrew Platek, and a good job by Deng Gak to slow him down, and Carolina turns it over yet again. Boy, they have been sloppy with the basketball.
And that's been all year. That's what a line from my late buddy Al McGuire. I'll tell you this, they have been sloppy with the basketball, and that's really been troubling to Roy.
Carolina's turned it over 6 times already. Miami's coughed it up 5 times. Schools already.
They said, hey, we want to get even with you guys. We're going to catch you. They caught them.
But the shots are just not falling right now for Caleb Love. And, you know, it's human nature, Dick. You've been a dominant player through your high school career. You get to college.
You know, it's really interesting, Dan, you mentioned the top 3 teams in recruiting last year were Kentucky, communicate, do all those things. It takes them a while.
Yeah, and you know what? It's such a crazy, disjointed year. Last night when we had a Zoom call with them, most days, because of all the injuries, they only have 6 or 7 players available for practice. Bound for the Hurricanes is Beverly. Yeah, we mentioned they only lost by 1 to Clemson, lost by 2 to Tech. They are hanging in games, playing tough. Gak appears to be, you could have any one of 6, 7, or 8 teams, I think, really making a run during conference play this year.
You see, the man, he liked Funderburg. I'll tell you one thing, keep an eye on NC State.
8-0 run, leading 16-14. Carolina has missed its last 7 shots in a row. Make it 8 as Baycott's jump hook rattles in and out.
Well, you know the one thing when you talk about North Carolina, they had 8 total turnovers against Notre Dame. They got 8 already in this game.
Reggie Miller, better than Larry Bird, better than Ray Allen, better than all of them.
Name them all. I don't care who you choose.
And Buddy Boeheim both played it. And he's a young guy with a really good feel for the game.
Yeah, he's got great pass to the layups. You don't see that. And they should look guys like Davis and Caleb Love with their quickness. Defensively creates havoc on the floor. I mean, he's a monster with the ball in his hands. He may be small in stature, but he's a giant with the rocks in his hands.
Timberlake.
I think I did.
Love into the paint. Nice kick. Leaky Black. And Roy Williams has actually gone smaller right now. Only one of his true bigs in the game right now. Almost always he's
poor. We've become accustomed to understand they're supposed to be special. I mean, top recruiting classes, top players, you expect more and more and more. He's himself a little bit mentally in terms of confidence after being a preseason player of the year selection, and he's really been struggling coming off the bench. He's ready to go.
For 25 years, and I can't believe it, but I still laugh every time that you say it.
What he's saying,
by the way, you got his best outside shooter. He's now 15 for 29 from three-point range, and almost all of that has come in the last 5 games. And now he comes up with a steal. For Beverly, and back come the Tar Heels with a 1-point lead early in the second half. By Cross, and another Carolina turnover.
had no angle to make that pass, Dan. Had no, wow, I didn't know they were going to post that. What a job Miami Heat have done. Pat Riley's done a great job with that unbelievable franchise. I mean, too many easy, a little 12-foot jump shot.
Carolina coughs it up again. 15 turnovers now for Carolina in 24 minutes of basketball.
Wow. They only had 8 total in the game against Notre Dame.
Timberlake misses the 3.
Not a good shot. You need some patience there. 20%. 20% doesn't make it in a game of basketball. Oh, nice
backdoor cut.
Pounded to the deck. It's a ball movement and player movement.
Cross with a nice pass.
And you and I mean, it's invaluable what these SIDs do for schools. And they're underpaid. Give them some cash. They deserve it. They really feel he's going to become special.
Davis turns it over.
Wow.
Got caught in the air. Timberlake
and shorts
in January.
He couldn't believe the warm weather down there at Chapel Hill.
Sharp has it taken away from behind by Timberlake, who's really making some plays tonight.
There's good anticipation right there.
Cross for 3, out of sync. Does Carolina look at the offensive end?
Yeah, they don't have.
It's going to be a challenge tonight. TCU has got a very good young home to Dallas tonight. And I'll tell you, he's not as good. And, Dan, you saw him over the weekend. He's not as good a player.
We're going to send a nice happy birthday to Luigi Carnesecca, 96 today. Louis Carnesecca, I love him.
Should be a real good one between Kansas as they try to go on to the bench. And you talked about the body language. He is having another tough night. 1 for 5, 7 points, 11 rebounds, but just 2 for 8 from the field. And Baycott, a quiet night, just 5.
People analyze and evaluating these kids. You figure that when you're writing about a guy like Caleb Love and you say it with that front court, I mean, it's going to be
Love thought about the 3, dishes it off to Davis.
He's quick.
Yeah, Miami packing it.
Want me to sign it? Want me to sign it that he's the greatest, and whoever's the greatest, awesome baby, dipsy-doo, dunkaroo, I'll do it. And every dollar I would dollars in profits that I would have made. So the bottom line is we got a lot more to go. So please buy them. He was Mr. Assist the way he passed the ball. They're all on that staff along with Brad Frederick. I'm going to tell you something. Steve Robinson. They got a great coaching staff. The Gators.
Yeah, they're up 20 in the final minutes against the Gators right now. Garrison.
Heartbreakers, last possession, both games. We got a 4-point game with the ball. Instead, this guy's on a free throw line right now. Timberlake, chance to put it up to 6. To take advantage of that opportunity that they gave you. You got to convert.
Down to Black, and here come the Tar Heels.
Well, Leaky Black's made some big plays for them.
Play check up top for Sharp. Brooks, he'll shoot it. And left the 3 short. Another offensive rebound. Beverly trying to make something happen. Timberlake lost the handle. The ball.
Yeah, that shot.
Yeah. Had an open man in the corner, too.
Carolina played a lot better defense in the last 3-4 minutes. Helping one another.
Wow.
Attacking that rim.
Love, who hit a big 3 a couple of minutes ago. Drives, has it knocked away, and it belongs to Miami. Shot clock.